Mr. Linkevicius is with us tonight. Hello, Mr. Linkevicius.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for your time. My first question is not actually mine. I've met someone from Lithuania recently, and he said there are too many back doors, he said. The question is, tomorrow, God forbid, if Russia invades Baltic states, my native Latvia, your native Lithuania and Estonia, will NATO respond in full might, or they will leave Baltic states to its own fate? What do you think?
No, this, fantasies are not for discussions, making assumptions. First of all, I don't think they will invade. Secondly, NATO definitely will defend itself because NATO was criticized a lot about not intervening, not engaging when something wrong happening in Europe or in Euro-Atlantic area even, let's say, and to protect itself, that will be decisive moment for NATO. Otherwise, NATO is not needed, so it's also understood by everyone, and too much at stake, so to say. So my feeling is that, first of all, it will not happen, because there are other tasks for aggressor so far, and they're not fulfilled, and much to do in so-called backyard. So to start something bigger, although we know that resources are also not unlimited. So madness has no limits, as we all know, so very difficult to predict.
Exactly.
Well, but since we're asking about assumptions, so I'm trying to share some of them.
Right, okay. I'll take a fair share of your sharing of assumptions. Madness is unpredictable, indeed.
Yeah.
But let's make a small a prediction of something that is more or less predictable, because tomorrow is the next meeting of a Ramstein Contact Group. I wonder, should there be any cautious expectations that can be called favorable for Ukraine, or this is purely an official event, say hello, congratulate each other and say goodbye?
No, I think, first of all, it's not to say goodbye. Even I liked statements of Austin, although he's leaving and the administration is about to end its, so to say, activity, but they said that it should be continued. And we're talking about 25th meeting, right, of Ramstein. So too many anniversaries. And also it's a reminder that there are definitely not just one coalition of willing and those who are helping Ukraine, but in fact there are 8 coalitions on specific issues and very important matters. And the statement of Austin was about the meeting as a milestone, he said. So it should be really backed by some substance. Slogan is not sufficient. Just to announce, it should be something more like information. So the ambition is to make this, so to say, support process sustainable, at least up to 2027. And reminder, there are more countries in the world, not just the United States, which is decisive, crucial, whatever you can call. This is definitely quite important, but it's not the only one. And there are many others and 8 coalitions, as I said. So the ambition is to make the process alive. And I welcome that mood. I believe this is really doable. By the way, definitely it's doable. Is it sufficient? Will, is it sufficient, so to say, leadership to run the show? It's another question. Sometimes it's not, but maybe this challenges will make this group stronger, and understanding will be that process should continue. So it's not just a meeting to say goodbye. No, it's a meeting to remind that this group is still alive. There's 8 coalitions. And they have ambition to continue to make this support process sustainable.
Well, I mean, Mr. Linkevicius, don't get me wrong. Amen to that. But exactly my point was if there is enough willpower around. But we will see. We will see very, 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 very soon. I would like to ask another question about the peacekeepers, whatever that means in terms of Ukrainian war, potential peace talks and proposals by European leaders for peacekeeping missions in Ukraine. Now, please help me to understand these peacekeeping efforts and missions, how exactly they can keep any peace here and be, in general, helpful for Ukraine.
any peacekeepers could be used if countries will agree on mandate. If it will be done through normal procedures to United Nations Security Council, it will be no-go if Russia will not like it. Russia many times said that they will not accept Western forces on the territory of Ukraine. First of all, nobody asking Russia so far for that. But the West is in depth on support to Ukraine, and I believe these thoughts after ceasefire will be agreed, if it will be agreed, to put forces on territory of Ukraine, which is under control of Ukraine, would be one of the steps in order to guarantee definitely that this war will not reopen again. So this is not completely stupid. This is quite reasonable proposals. Russian peacekeepers, it's not a question at all. By the way, they use the same terminology as everybody uses, but I'm also using my description that Russians are the best peacekeepers because they're taking pieces of land and keeping. So, but it's not much to do with the peacekeeping in normal understanding of that.
Please allow me to use that. I mean, this is lovely. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can use it. You can use it. It's quite popular
now. The best peacekeepers, yeah, right. All right. So, talking about Russian efforts and pro-Russian efforts in the world and keeping whatever they are keeping, Robert Fico and his threats to cap power to Ukraine. Is that populism, or he really can do that? What are the aftermath of this for him, for the Slovak land, and for Ukraine, of course?
He's making threatening statements, and he and Orban some time ago, they made wrong strategic decisions, and they decided to build the economy together with Russia and dependent on Russia, and now they bearing the price, and this is how it looks like. So. But what could be done? In European Union, this closure of transit was, if you noticed, perceived quite calmly. And it was said that the EU was ready for that, was preparing for that. So this is not a problem. What Slovakia can do, also not much. The only maybe target for them could be refugees from Ukraine. They really can make their life harder. This is up to them because it's territory of Slovakia. If I correctly remember, there are 130,000 or something like that Ukrainians in Slovakia. So for them, life could be more difficult. But the rest, I don't see anything what they can do. This threats to cut electricity, it looks not serious because it could be solved other ways. And electricity could come from other countries like Romania, like Poland. It was already announced. So this is definitely not a problem. More problems could be for those refugees, as I said.
Well, that would be lovely to see power outages in a luxury hotel in Vietnam. But that's the other question. Energy crisis in general in the so-called Transnistria. If Moldova helps right now, and Moldova said it can help Transnistrian people, it says it can, then it turns out that Russia just loses control over the territory. Am I right?
Yeah, Moldova was always ticking bomb, you know. Moldova is frozen conflict in all meanings of that, and this is just a matter of time. And if Russia would have more free hands to handle this problem, they would do that. And they do not need any reason. They do not need any reason for that. They can really have sufficient pretext or something like that. So in this situation, paradoxically, it's because of decisions of Russia, right, not to supply gas. People will be suffering, but they will be explained that it's because of Ukraine, because of others, not because of Russia. So for them, it will not be a problem with regard to the propaganda. But whether they are going to use this now, again, I would repeat, so to say, they still have much to do in other spots, hot spots. I don't think they will do that. So again, it's assumption. Maybe it could come later, but it always can be awakened because it's ticking bomb, and that's exactly why it was created. And it's in general, according to the playbooks of Russia. They're creating frozen conflicts, and through these frozen conflicts, they have influenced many areas in proximity of Russia, and this is how it works. So this is not exceptional. When it will be used, it's another question.
To be broken and then to keep the pieces, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for the short interview. Hope to talk to you very much soon.
Pleasure.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure. Well, that's it. That will be all for tonight. Thank you so very much for your time. My name is Henry Keenan. We are UATV English, an English-speaking Ukrainian state media source every day in constant persuasion to deliver hard truth in easy terms for you, for the whole free world, directly from Ukraine. So please like, share and comment. Your voice indeed matters, as it in turn helps Ukrainian voice to be heard globally. Stay safe, please, and tune for more. Ready tomorrow. We talk.